Good morning, guys. So let's begin the class. So today, like yesterday, I have asked you guys to develop this, right? I think probably most of you guys have tried it. I have seen a few people have contacted me and shared their output. Okay, so however, I have seen a few people have struggled. So what I'll be doing is I'll be starting the whole thing again. I'll be coding this user interface from the scratch so that you can play the video and try to do it yourself. Okay, so this is what I have achieved. Uh, Last night and today morning I have tried to do it, so I have achieved it this far. But anyways, like when we if we have more time, we'll be able to mimic everything. Okay, so even the colors, fix these issues like small issues. Okay, so everything we will be able to achieve. Okay, so I have added only two images here. You can see there are three images, so there is no gap between these two items. Okay, so all these things I will like what I will do now is I will just keep this code on the other side, and then I will try to code everything from the scratch so that you will also understand how to do it yourself. Okay, so for that I am going to close this one. Like I'm going to stop the app from running. Okay, so I'm going to keep this design on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to create a new Flutter project. Okay, so I'm going to go to view, command palette, Flutter new project, Nike UI 2. So I'm going to just run this app and see if it is loading or not. So in the meantime, can you like can you ping in the chat that have you tried the example or not, or like if you have achieved it? Yep. Okay, that's nice, Arun. I think Arun, you shared me, right? So like you have added app bar and then something some text and that text field and everything, right? I think that might have given you some insight about how widgets can be arranged to achieve some output. Okay, so the whole example, whatever we are doing, it's all about how to arrange the widgets. Okay, so like as you develop this, you will understand how widgets can go along together. Okay, so for that I'm going to start it. So you can see that default app has loaded. So now I'm going to remove everything and start coding from the scratch. So I'm coding in main.dot file. Okay, so and the thing you need to understand here is I'm not going with modular code here. So since this is the beginning example for us, I'm not going to divide, like I'm not going to reuse style sheets, I'm not going to reuse classes, I'm not going to do anything of that. I'm just going to achieve this output. That's it. Okay, because it helps me to understand how widgets can be arranged together. Okay, so let's begin. So I'll make this slightly small. I'll also change this. Okay, so that I'll have both things on top of the screen. Okay, so I'll start with the stateless widget and then resolve the issues. Add void main. Okay, so let me run this app and see if it loads. So the reason why I am loading this app to emulator is like I will be able to use hot reload or hot restart in order to see whether changes are getting deployed or not. So that will make me understand like whether I am doing it the right way or not, rather than running whenever I need. Like what will happen sometimes, you know, you will place a bug somewhere in the beginning of your code, and you will continue to code everything. At the end you will not understand where the bug is. So this way of doing will actually help you to understand which part of code has actually caused the failure. Okay, so I'm going to change this to material app. Okay, so material app, home, my home. So and I'm going to create my home here, which will be a stateless widget, and then add a scaffold. Okay, so the app is loaded now. So first we'll create the app bar. Okay, so guys, like anyways I'm recording this video. If you want to, like, if you follow this along, you will be able to create the same output. Okay, so don't worry if you are missing a part of it. So since we have only 1 hour to cover this, I will be doing things fast. Later you can actually see. Okay, so app bar off. Okay, and then in leading I'm going to give an icon. So see this icon over here, right? So this is a short text icon. Okay, so you might be thinking how I know that this is a short text icon. So what I did was, today morning I have actually uh, went to Google Flutter API icons. Okay, so whenever if you want to search Flutter documentation, you have to search with Flutter API. Okay, even Flutter space icons also might take you to the same article, but you know, right, many things will be duplicated and you might not land in the correct pages. Okay, so I have scrolled through all these icons and found that short text is the one that I can use. Okay, so like we have something like menu also, which will give three icons. If I place it menu, it will show 3 icons. So this is a popular way of using menu, but here as per the design we have got this short text. Okay, so most of the icons are already given by Google, like Google itself. Okay, so by default you will be have access to all these icons. So whenever you are practicing, instead of actually using images, you can actually use these icons to fill something over there. Okay, and then I need to give a title. So here the interesting thing is we don't have a text for a title. Okay, we have got a image. So if you check title, it is having a widget. So I can pass I can actually pass anything. Okay, image. I can use image.network of, or I can use image. Okay, and then with image I can actually pass network image like this. Okay, so I'm going to go to Google and then search for Nike icon. Okay, so the important thing while you are searching for some images in the internet, you have to search for PNG images. Okay, PNG means PNG images usually have some transparent background. Okay, so when you open this image, you can see the dotted texture of the background, right? Which means that this is an image with transparent background, which means that only this tick will be coming with us. Okay, so if I set background as red, everything will be everything will be red except this icon. Okay, so I'm going to copy the image link and then use it over here. So now you can see the image has appeared. Okay, so in order to like we have to define some size. Okay, so we have something like height here which will be 40.0. okay, so you can see it got changed. Let me give 80. Okay, so everything is set, and then we are going to add some more icons. So I'm going to wrap text as well so that everything will be visible, and then I'm going to give actions. Actions means icons button. Okay, icons also you can give, but icon button will add some necessary space. So icon of icon dot book, icons dot bookmark border. Okay, so for most of the icons we'll have two types of icons. One will be just showing the border, or other will be having the solid icon. Okay, so the whole thing is turned into black here. Okay, so I want a border icon, bookmark underscore. Okay, so there is some issue. Okay, sorry. So the issue is fixed. We are not adding anything for onPressed because we are only concerned about user interface. Okay, we are not concerned about functionality of the app. We are just going to design this app. Okay, so and then icon button of icon of icons dot shopping basket. Okay, shopping cart. So this is the nearest icon I can have for my app. Okay, so I can add shopping cart. Okay, so or other icons. So this I don't find this icon in the Flutter icons package, so this is fine. So now the thing is I want to move this title to the center of the screen. Okay, so for that what I'm going to do is, let me see if there is a property available here. Yeah, center title is equal to true. So we got the app bar. The only thing is color needs to be changed. Color dot, let's use gray for now. Okay, so you can see it got changed also. So actually you can change the, like, I'm not exactly sure, maybe the concentration of color we can say. If I give something like this, you can see it has become slightly different color. Okay, the concentration has reduced and icon has become like, since this is white in color, it didn't appear now. So I have to change the color of the icon also. So you can see the app bar is ready, but one of the thing you need to observe is here after app bar there is no border. Okay, so but here we have a border. For that actually we need to use something different. Okay, not the app bar, but however we will stick to app bar for now. If we have enough time, I will actually change this app bar to a custom app bar, means not the default app bar that Flutter gives. I am going to create my own app bar. Right now I will not do, because I like the rest of the app is much important than taking care of this app bar right now. Okay, so let me move to the container. So in like body. Okay, so in body we have some text field, and then some buttons, we can say button or some text. Okay, and then some titles, and then some images. Okay, so you know, like by looking at these images you can understand that if I swipe my finger on top of these images, it will scroll horizontally. Okay, so we can achieve this using the list view. Okay, we have a property that makes list view to swipe horizontally. Okay, so we will design the body part of there. We don't have a button bar at the bottom. Okay, if you want to add, you can go ahead and add, but not, that's not a concern, because we are actually going to mimic the screen. Whatever we are seeing, we are going to actually create that. So for that what I'm going to do is, so I will remove this container, and then see this text, this text field, everything is arranged like horizontally inside a column. Okay, now vertically inside a column. Everything is added to a column here. So I will add a column, and then children of widgets. So now I will be adding text. So you can see the text is already being populated. Okay, so in order to make everything aligned to the left side of the screen, I'm going to use main, okay, cross axis element to start. So now everything is moved this side. Okay, probably I'm not sure whether you guys are able to see it or not, but anyway, since I will share the video, you'll be able to see it later. Okay, and then we are going to add a text field. So I have added some text field over here. Okay, it doesn't have any style now, so let me add some decoration to it. Okay, so you can see the text is added. Okay, so this is a placeholder text. When I click here, you can see the text is moving to the top. Okay, so let me refresh it. And but what we need is, we need some text as well as icon. So for that we are going to add some icon here. So you can add icon like this. So you can see the icon is populated. Okay, see if you think like is this the only way to add an icon to a text form field? Might not be. There might be other ways also. Like, it's all up to you how you arrange widgets and then do it. For example, what is the other way I could do is, I can wrap everything inside a container and add an container, like row container, and add an icon and then text form. Everything will look in the same way. If I give white background, everything will be packed together and look same way. Okay, so the icon is added. So text form, like this field is done. So like, let me add some color over here. If I add background color, it will actually show like everything will appear clearly. Okay, so I'm going to give okay, somebody is trying to join. Okay, so I added some color. Now it is appearing much better. I have to give white background to this okay, sorry, give me a second, guys. Okay, so I have to give some white background to the text field. But when I look into text form field, like for some decoration, even though we have some color, but they are not actually related to the color of the text field. So for that, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to wrap this text form field inside a container. Okay, so I'm just going to click here, use this bulb container, and then colors dot white, and you can see that the now the text box is almost identical to this. So looks like I need to add some padding, but padding has to be there for everything. So I'm just going to go here. If there is a padding, there is no padding for here. So what I'll do is I'll just click here, use this bulb, add padding. Okay, so by default padding is added. So if I want to add some gap between these two widgets, you can see discover your and favorite footwear doesn't have any gap. Favorite footwear and this text form field doesn't have any gap. I can add gaps between two widgets using either padding I can use. There is something called sized box. Okay, height 20.0. So if you guys are wondering from where I got this sized box, you have to go to the Flutter documentation. Okay, flutter.io docs and then widget index. So if you remember, everything is a widget in Flutter. Okay, so sized box is also a widget. Text form field. Okay, text field or text form field. Okay, text form is not listed here for some reason. Okay, for example text, if you take everything, or for example icons also are a widget. Everything is a widget, right? So from here I have actually borrowed it. Right now I'm not searching it because I just want to close this as quickly as possible, right? So that you will be able to view the video, and if you code the same stuff you will get the same output. So I'm going to take the size box, one more size box, put it here. So if I want to add more gap between footwear and this text form field, I can add something like 25. Okay, so something like 30. You can see that gap is being increased, so I will leave it at 25. Okay, so the gap is added, and then if you see these three icons, these things looks like tabs. Okay, but you can actually, if you remember, raised button and flat button doesn't have any border or something like that. So what we can do is, we have got something like button bar in Flutter. Okay, button bar is a widget also. Okay, I'm going to add button bar, and then button bar will take children of widgets. So within children of widgets I'm going to pass 3 buttons which are going to be flat button. Okay, so in child I am going to give text of n. Okay, give me a second guys, I'm getting some call, I need to take it. Hello. Yep. Okay, sorry guys. So I have added a flat button. So 3 buttons: women, KRDS. Okay, so you can see 3 buttons were added. Okay, so by default flat, like when you add button bar, they will be aligned to the right top. Okay, but you don't have to remember it. So, okay, so alignment I can give main axis element at center and see what happened. Okay, it came to center, which is very good. Okay, and now I have to give some underline to this text. So for that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this inside a container, and then I'm going to add something decoration. So we can pass box decoration. So this underline, whatever shown here, if you take a rectangle, okay, so 3 sides of the rectangle are not colored and only one part of the rectangle is colored. So it's like we are actually adding a border to only one side of it. So for that I'm going to add border. So within border I can give bottom. Border takes border side. Okay, so border side, and then I'm going to give some width. Okay, you can see the text is now like there is underline between this button. Okay, okay, and then if you take this text I have to make this also as blue. So I'm going to just go here. So how we like, in order to add some color to text we have to use style property within text, and then text style. See, like if you guys are wondering how to do this, like how I'm getting idea to code all this, it's all through practice. Like I said, split programming. Okay, so you'll have an example which is working. You will follow code suggestions and try to follow whatever it is shown here. So if how I will know that I have to pass text style to style, I will just hover my mouse. I can see text style is the one which is accepted. If it is abstract class, I need to see what like which classes have inherited it. Okay, so likewise, so I need to give a blue color over here. Okay, so now we almost here. So you can see this, there is a slight underline over here, so which I'll try to add. So after button bar, what we can do is okay, let me add a button bar inside a container again, and take this decoration and then add it over here. So you can see an underline is added here, so it has to be gray. Okay, very light. Okay, it has to be maybe probably 1. So the underline is added. So if I want to reduce the concentration of the color, I have to do something like this. Okay, it is almost invisible. Let me make it 500. Okay, so let me try 400. Okay, so almost very similar. Sorry guys. Okay, so almost everything very similar. And then we have to add these 2 items. So for that, below bottom bar, button bar. Okay, so at the end of this container I'm going to add another container. Okay, okay, let me not add a container here. Let me add a, so in order to show this text, let me add a row. Okay, it is a row of text, running shoes and see all. I'll go here, I'll add children, and then text of and then there will be another text, see all. So I got these 2 texts, but they are spread across. Okay, so for that I'm going to use main axis alignment, main space between. So now you could see that both of them are arranged horizontally. Okay, so it's looking nice, but there is some gap between this button bar and some text, right? So for that I'm going to add sized box. copy and 20. So now it's looking much better. So now I need to add a list view. As I said, I need to add a list view that moves horizontally. So list view takes children's of item. Okay. So which this one has got some images, right? So let me add some images first. Okay, image of network image. So in order to show this, shows some shoes in the list view, I'll be going to Google Nike shoes. Okay, so I got number of shoes here, but the catch here is I need a PNG image with transparent background. So let me take some shoe. So let me pick this one, for example. So if you once you open this image, you need to pick a shoe which is having a transparent background. Okay. So this is having a transparent background. So I'm just going to copy image link and I'm going to use that in my app. So you can, like, even after adding a list view, it doesn't appear. The reason is list view doesn't know how much space it has to occupy. So for that I have to add that inside a container. Okay, still it doesn't know where it has to show. Okay, so for that I need to add some height also. Like, okay, something bad happened, so let's stop it and then rerun it. So you can see the image is loaded. If I add two images, you can see there are two images loaded, but they are horizontally, like vertically scrollable. I need them to be like I need them to be horizontally aligned. So for that I can use some property which is available in list view. So which one comes to, okay, I think scroll direction, which need axis dot horizontal. So now you could see that the shoes are arranged horizontally. But if you look at this image, you could see that there are some icons on top and some text, so some button over here. So these things are, we can achieve these things by using a stack widget. Okay, stack widget is something which you will be using regularly. Okay, so I'm going to wrap this inside a stack widget. Okay, just imagine you are stacking inside a box. Okay, so this is a box, you are putting one item on top of other, one item on top of other. You can actually stuff, like if you take a suitcase, you can stuff text, like stuff items wherever you want, right? So stack takes children of widget. Okay, and then I can actually pass this image over there. So I can actually put some icon over here. Icons dot, this is a bookmark icon. Okay, stack columns rows. Okay, these three are very much similar, but it's your preference how you have to arrange your items. So now you can see that a bookmark icon is appearing here over here. So let me resize the image so that it will look much similar to this. So let's see how I could. Let me give some height. Okay, this looks much better. 240. Okay, let's keep it like this. And then we are going to add some, like, sorry, we have added the bookmark and the shoe. Now we have to add this. So if you see, look at this content, there is this is a row with this part of widget is one widget and this part of widget is the other part of the widget, and within this widget these are column of widgets, column of text. Okay, and then probably this is a container. Okay, so for that, I'm in order to achieve this, I'm going to add row children, row text children. So I'm going to add this column of widgets, and then again children, text of Nike Air Max. Text of $45. So as soon as I add some dollar symbol, it is throwing some error, right? So dollar is having a different meaning in dot. That's why it's showing like that. So I'm just going to add some like slash. Okay, I think this is a front slash. So as soon as I add it, it stops appearing. You can see the text is also added, but all the text is on the left top corner. I need to arrange, like I need to give a position for it. For that there is something called position widget. Okay, so I'm going here, wrap a widget, position. So with stack, position widget goes really very well because I can give something like left top like this, right? 5.0. So as soon as I add right 5.0, you can see the icon has moved here. So I don't have to specify anything related to top. Okay, so for image, I want to bring this image slightly below. I will add a position widget over here also, and then top 20 for example. Okay, okay, it didn't go well with this, so let me remove this one. Okay, so anyways, it came up, right? So I can give width probably. Okay, and then I'm going to add another position widget for this. So let me add another this text as well, this icon. Okay, icons, icon dot back. Okay, so icons dot some bag. Okay, some shopping. So let me see what is that icon. Okay, some sort of okay, let's see how it okay, shopping basket. So whatever, so some icon is appearing over here on top of the shoe, but anyways we'll move that using the position widget. Okay, and then I'm going to specify bottom. So you can see everything has moved to bottom. So I need to spread this row to each end. Like I want Nike Air Max to be on this side and this icon to be on the other side. So for that I'm going to use cross axis alignment. Let's see if this works. Okay, this doesn't work very well. Main axis element, that space between. Okay, okay, even this didn't go well, but anyways we'll check it. Okay, I think we have to specify right. Okay, so we have actually given some coordinates. Okay, so this positioned widget should start from left 0.0, right 0.0, from bottom 5. Okay, so now everything is aligned. So okay, one second. And then I want these shoe icons to be repeated. For that what I'm going, so let me add a border also for this container. Let me add a color. Okay, okay, this looks much better. Anyways, we'll change that color later. And I'm going to give some padding also. Okay, so now this looks much better, and I'm going to add some padding to the stack as well. Okay, so much better, guys. So I'm just going to copy this pad, like stack widget, and then going to add 2 more. Now you can see that we have achieved the images, and now we have to add one more list view. Okay, so one more list view, I can go to this container where, like, which is having list view, and then I'm copying it below. So as soon as I add, you will see that there is an error. Okay, so any guys, like, guys, you have any idea how to fix this error? So we have to add something on top of everything, like at the top of the body. We have to wrap inside some widget. Okay, so list, we can try list also. Okay, but single scroll child view is something what we should use. You can actually try to fix it with list view also. I think probably it will work. So everything is working fine. Okay, so now everything is working fine. The thing is, we are actually following some design, right? So we have some design which is already having different styles, but in order to understand that what style has been used for this text, what style has been used for this text, what is the color used for behind this image, okay, how to create this container. Okay, so if you take this container, it is having some borders and everything. I can actually code it and do it, but I'm slightly lazy to do it. So like, I'm going to take help from Adobe XD to actually do it. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to go to Adobe XD. So this is where Adobe XD plugin will come into picture. Okay, so so you will be having this screen, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to plugins, XD to Flutter plugin, export all widgets. Okay, nothing has happened. Let me close this. So once I clicked export all widgets, it has asked me where you want me to show it. Okay, I have actually created a folder. I have actually created a Flutter project with Adobe XD. Okay, if I'm right. No, I think I haven't created it. But anyways, it is having some files. Let me delete also. Okay, so I'm having a folder with lib folder, Adobe XD lib. I'm going to select this Adobe XD and click select folder. And it is saying that pubspec.yaml file is not found. That's okay. Click on continue. Actually the intention of Adobe XD plugin is to export the code to Flutter project directly. Okay, that's why it is asking for pubspec.yaml. Now you can see that all code is imported. If I move closely, you can see that this file is 1128. Okay, so I am going to find 1128. So this is the file. So now what I am going to do is I am actually going to use styles from this window, okay, and then copy paste to our project. How I'm going to do is, so I'm just going to go here. Let me click on preview. Okay, so this is the so discover your, right? I'm going to search this auto generated code with the text. Okay, discover your, so this is the style I can use for the text. I'll just copy it, copy that to my project. So here I can copy. Now you see the text has changed. So favorite footwear, it will be somewhere below it, favorite footwear, and this is the style. So you can see favorite footwear has come, running shoes. Okay, so running shoes style is here. So running shoes text has changed. See all. So it has got some style too. So everything is populated. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'll copy the container with list view once again and then copy below. Okay, so let's wait. Let me change the color of this background also. Okay, so I think it's slightly difficult to get that color from here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'll try to see if I will be able to get color from here. Okay, so I just selected this. So you can see I can get the color from here. So I will try to use that color inside my project. So okay, so here I have given blue gray, right? So let me copy this part. Okay. You can see the color is also getting changed. Okay. So, and one more thing. So I have to add a box over here, right? Let me see if I have okay. So I need to give some, possibly I need to select something lighter than this. I can actually try changing these values and do it, but that's not that important now. Okay, I think probably I have copied this color. Okay, that's not that important. Okay, or let me do one thing. Oh, looks like there is some error. That's why it didn't work. Okay. Okay, so this is much better. So I'm changing it everywhere. Okay, so now it looks much better. So I need to add some box over here, right? So I'm going to do it now. So I'm going to search with something baby sandals in that auto generated code. B okay, no, I don't find it. Sorry, man, Nike Air Max. Let me search with Nike Air Max. Okay, and then I think okay. So this is the container. Okay, so this is the container that is actually creating that box over there. So I'm just copying it. Okay, let's not copy. So this is the icon, right? I'm going to add a container and then take this decoration part. Okay, it's all. Let me not do it here. Let me move to the top of the code. Okay. So let me replace this container with this code. Okay, it is added. I will just add the child. Okay, so I need to change that into white color. Icon should be white in color, right? So it is added. So if you want, I can actually copy paste everything again. Right? I can take this whole list to you. Sorry. Okay. So I want to copy paste, like get this like price style as well. Let me search it. So here is the $45 and this is the style. So I can just go here. Okay, so let me add here also. Guys, shall we continue for some more time? Yep. Okay. Okay, the text is changed. Okay, so almost everything is done. So we leave this part. The thing of which I'm going to do now is I'm going to remove this, like this underline, like this border for the app bar. Okay, in order to remove it, what we are going to do is we are going to remove the default app bar widget and then add something different, like we are going to add our own app bar. Okay, so we are going to get rid of this app bar. So I'm just going to comment it, and we are going to add a custom app bar. So how we are going to add a custom app bar is we are again going to give app bar, and then we are actually going to give some necessary widgets which are compatible for this. For if you see app bar, preferred size widget is actually it is of preferred size widget type. So I will give here preferred size widget, and you can see that it's an abstract class. Okay, so and I am going to see what has implemented this, and you can see something like app bar is the one which inherited preferred size widget, but we don't want app bar. We have to use something else, and preferred size widget is something which we are going to use now. Okay, So, and it needs something, it needs a preferred size and then a child. Okay, for child I'm going to give a container. See, in this example what we are going to do is we are actually going to create a custom app bar. Similar way you can actually create a custom bottom navigation bar also. So I'm going to, it is asking for some size, so size will be, give me a second. Okay, you can give size like this, size dot from height 50.0 for example. Okay, so now there is, we have an app bar with height of 50. So if I give, I can, now I can actually arrange items here. Icon, icons dot save, like, no, what is it, short text. Okay, I have to give this to child. Okay, so now you can see there is an icon appearing over here, but it doesn't make sense. I need to give children of items and they have to be in a row. So let me wrap this inside a row. Okay, and now the icon has moved here. If you look at number of mobile phones, everything will have a different layouts, right? One's, some mobile phones will have a notch, others will not have a notch, right? So in order to ensure that your menu doesn't go beyond that notch, okay, or appears properly, we have to use something called safe area widget. Okay, what I can do is I can just click here, I can use safe area over here. As soon as I use safe area, you will be able to see that everything has moved slightly below, okay, that notch or whatever, a bar. Okay, so it is gone now. Okay, so the now everything is below, everything is appearing properly. So what I can do is I can add some padding. Let me add some padding, so you can see some gap is added. Now I can continuously add some more widgets. I am going to add image with Nike icon, so I can just copy paste that code from here. So icon has come, and then I'm going to add some more items, some more icons. So if you look at this image, so actions are very close, right? So this is one widget, this is one widget, these two things are another widget. So I need to have another row here. Bookmark border. Okay, so now everything is appearing here. So let me arrange them evenly. Sorry. Okay, so now you can see that everything is arranged properly. So what I could do is I can actually make it slightly bigger. So this looks much better. So let's make everything 30. Okay, so this can be, so I'm trying to increase the size of this image. Okay, let me try to add inside a container. Okay, let me remove this. Maybe I should give more. Okay, it looks much better. So do you guys think we have achieved the output, required output? Yep. Okay. So actually, in order to do this, you don't have to know anything about Flutter. Okay. So as long as you know everything is a widget, and if you think about, okay, so this is how I can do it, you can just type it and understand. Okay, so you just have this code on the other side, and then try to follow the video whatever I have recorded now, and then if you do it, you will be able to achieve it. If you repetitively do this, I'm pretty sure that any kind of UI you will be able to do it. Okay, and if you see that when I'm actually scrolling it, there is something appearing over here, right? Okay, so some kind of animation. If we remove those animation, it will look much better also. Okay, I think that's it for today, guys. What I will do is I will try to get I will try to take one more UI tomorrow, and then like one more UI development for tomorrow. So today you guys practice this. Tomorrow we'll look after one more UI, and then again you will try to do it. We'll try to do it. Okay. So thank you so much for joining. So I wish all you guys practice this at home and try to achieve it. Okay, if you are able to achieve it, just share the output with me. Okay, thank you so much for joining. Have a good day.